We're here with Peter Lugnegard. Peter is a consultant in the tourism industry in Norway and also
In Sweden.
Sweden, I'm
Yes.
sorry, and also with the Sustainable Arctic Tourism Association. And I wanted to talk to Peter because he was explaining to me some of the issues, challenges, and success stories with tourism to the Arctic region. Peter, how are you?
Well, very well. It's very nice to be here.
Tell me about tourism to the Arctic. How large or small? How long has it been? Has it been an industry?
Well, it varies very, very much. If we start in one place where it's big, it's Alaska, where you have cruise ships coming in. And there you might say it's already a little too large, at least on unfortunate conditions. It is sometimes too large. In most parts of the Arctic, it's practically non-existent, but it's a great opportunity. Companies are very small, very spread out, very isolated. Often they are with the Inuit population that haven't got the tradition to sort of look around in the world.
If you could give us a sense geographically, when we say the Arctic, if we go all the way north, up Sweden, Norway to the top, how far do we have to travel further to get to what we're defining as the Arctic?
Oh, I won't try to actually define what is Arctic, but we who deal with it, we are in a region that is snow-covered, something like 4 up to 10 months per year. So we have a stable winter. We have different growing conditions from the warmer parts of the world. For example, if you make a path in the Arctic through vegetation, it will heal in about 200 years. So when you do something wrong, your tracks are there for a very long time.
And that is because why?
Well, the vegetation period is very short and the soil layer is very thin. So we have very many species, but all populations of species are very fragile.
What is the ideal tourism situation that you're looking for? You were telling me earlier you were hoping to have seen more people from the travel tourism industry from the polar region at this conference.
Yes, I would, and I suspected that there would not be so many, and that is right. I think we have fairly good contact with the organizations and the isolated operators that exist in the Arctic.
The Polar Visit Polar, what is it called? The program for next?
Yeah, well, the Polar Year, simply.
It's a United Nations initiative?
Yes, I think so.
So they're encouraging people to visit the polar area.
Well, it's both that, and they encourage research about the Arctic, and that research, of course, is scientific research, and that's quite a different story. But we are very interested in the results of that because we know that we are acting as operators in a very sensitive environment, and that needs to be known much better.
If I'm living far away, United States, in Australia, I guess even Spain, that's far away, how would you suggest, as an interested traveler to the polar Arctic area, where would I go to find the kind of right information, whether it be on the internet or would I go to my travel agent? What do you suggest?
Well, you should definitely go to your travel agent, but I'm afraid he will not know so much, and that is why you should go to your travel agent to create a kind of push for seeking more knowledge. And then I suggest you visit our website where you can get information on what is important and what's not in the Arctic, and get in touch with the proper contact persons.
And what is your website address?
It's arctictourism.net.
How many of this type of associations are there that you're aware of around the world related to promotion or preservation of tourism to the Arctic region?
To the Arctic region, only something like 5 organizations in total.
And would name a couple for us, please?
Nunavut Tourism in northern Canada, Arta in Alaska, Kamchatka Ecotourism Society in eastern Russia, and Nature's Best in Sweden, and the coming Norwegian ecotourism label.
When we talk about tourism, polar tourism, what kind of metrics? How many people visit it a year? Do you have those numbers?
No, I haven't got those numbers, but they lean heavily on cruise tourism today. I mean, one ship brings in maybe 500 people, and that's as much as visit a whole region somewhere else. So the figures are not known. It's hard to get statistics on this, but they are very small. And we are saying again and again, do come and visit us before it gets so hot that you have lost the experience.
Thank you so much.